Hello, my name is Dr. Scott Schur, and in this video I interview Boomer Anderson. Boomer is the CEO of Health Optimization Medicine and Practice. He's also the CEO of Troscriptions. We talk about his origin story, how he met Dr. Ted in 2019, and how as a finance guy, it was an interesting evolution for him to be involved in a reciprocity model. The reciprocity model, the nonprofit organization that we have, along with the for-profit organization Troscriptions, at the same time so we can help patients right now and people right now on a long path to optimizing their health. Enjoy. So, Boomer.
Hi.
It's good to see you again, man.
It's a four-letter word.
Yeah, Boomer or hi? Just kidding. Okay, I think I know the difference.
I can't cut Boomer in any way to make it 4 letters.
Boom?
Boom.
Yeah.
You
could do a boom.
Yeah, there you go.
So, you joined us in 2019, I believe, right?
Something like that.
And so when you came on as a part of this company, a part of this ecosystem, what did you think you were getting into and where are we now?
Oh man, that's funny. All right, so what did I think I was getting into? Honestly, I didn't know. So the funny backstory here is that Dr. Ted, and actually you introduced me to Dr. Ted. Dr. Ted and I were supposed to speak on, we did actually speak on my podcast at the time. We were scheduled to speak for 45 minutes, spoke for 3 hours. And it was a long conversation about everything from like complex adaptive systems to how he doesn't take notes and just stores it all in his brain, which I really still don't understand, and to things like psychedelics. And then we arrived at this thing called methylene blue. And I got very, very interested in everything that he was doing, but particularly the nonprofit. And after that conversation, I said, how do I learn from you? We then met in London. He invited me to the Philippines, which was, again, a little weird for a person that I met like a couple times to say like, hey, come visit me in Manila. Also weird that I did it, and stayed with Dr. Ted for 2 weeks and learned a lot about this this framework called Health Optimization Medicine and Practice. And at that time, you'll recall, I was doing a lot of weird things with data and health and trying to build
DNA. You were so
DNA
DNA-centric.
I was very DNA-centric, which I should probably go hit myself for.
It's okay.
But anyway, at that time I was looking to build this thing that resembled an operating model for human performance, because the finance people love operating models. And so Dr. Ted had it. And went to Manila, learned from him for a couple of weeks. And during that time, we had a lot of very late night conversations around this idea of a reciprocity model. Now, again, a lot of things are interesting here because not only did we launch one company and we were working very, very hard on one business, we also launched a second one. So there is somewhat of like straddling that line of insanity and genius, but the reciprocity model was very interesting to me because reciprocity, give and take. And there was this idea of launching a business or launching a charity alongside a business. And I come from basically the very hardline capitalist background, but also was very interested in how to build a nonprofit. And so we launched Health Optimization Medicine and Practice with the idea of how do we teach doctors and practitioners how to optimize for health rather than treat disease. Which was solving a problem that I had when I was traveling all around the world and doing all these crazy things. Like, how do you actually get somebody that can answer the question, how do I get rid of my brain fog? Well, it turns out we now have that role in the health optimization practitioner. And so with Health Optimization Medicine and Practice, we're teaching these people, as well as I know, how long does it take your clients to actually if they follow your protocol,
if they're compliant,
if they're very, very diligent, how long does it take for nutrient balancing to kick in?
I mean, it's at least 6 months, if not longer. I mean, some people with their gut health, it can take them years at times. I mean, again, compliance is a big piece of this, but again, what do we do in between, right?
And so what would you, like if you told a client like, hey, it's going to be 6 to 9 months until your brain fog goes away, what are they going to do?
They're going to leave, right? They're not going to stick around. I mean, people want instant gratification. It's the American way. I mean, maybe it's the worldwide way at this point, right? Because of scrolling and dopamine hits and everything else. But we knew that there had to be another way, right? We knew we had to have a way to support these people as they were going through the process.
And so that was really how Troscriptions was born. And so you have that interrelationship of if you're working with a health optimization practitioner, what does that practitioner give their clients to have instant or near instant resolutions to common problems like focus, sleep, stress, which I know a little bit about, and things like immune system function, right? So again, that reciprocity model, we built this company, this for-profit company, to serve the nonprofit.
Which we donate as a team our time to.
Team, there's a lot of money. I can give you the exact percentages if you want them, but the percent, like the amount of time and money that goes to the nonprofit is significant.
It's significant,
and so, like one of the reasons why I still go back to, okay, why did I jump into this crazy idea of launching 2 businesses at one time? It's because you're trying to really reshape the way business is done. And I do think it's a great format, a great model for how we can do business going forward, which is much more systematic, much more inclusive, and much more focused on things other than just humans. So again, a couple years down the line now, it's been a fun ride.
I agree.